Bienvenidos todos al podcast Latinos en Conexión, aquí con John Crespo, Belinda Martinez, su servidora, y Víctor Villamayor, que hoy se encuentra detrás de cámaras. Y bueno, pues hoy estamos muy felices porque tenemos un invitado especial. Y bueno, me encantaría que John dijera su nombre porque de verdad lo acabo de conocer, pero John lo trajo, así que queremos que lo conozca.
Mr. Terrel Bowser.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Yes.
He's the owner of an amazing business coming to our area. It's called the Breatheez Oxygen Bar.
Así que quédese con nosotros porque ya comenzamos.
Let's go.
Yeah. Bueno, mi gente, empezamos a grabar porque tenemos a alguien muy especial aquí en el día de hoy que queremos que conozcan. Y bueno, él está trayendo un concepto muy único a nuestra área. Algo que...
El primero,
¿verdad?
Sí.
Y estamos muy felices de que ustedes sean parte de escuchar este podcast. Pero les quiero comentar que va a ser mayormente en inglés porque
Sí.
él habla inglés, pues, ¿sabes? Americano.
Yep.
Pero queremos que ustedes conozcan en la comunidad latina también porque es algo nuevamente único, algo que ayuda, ¿verdad?
Sí.
A las personas.
Yeah.
Y bueno, pues estoy muy feliz, así que le voy a dar esta conversación a John.
Yeah.
So welcome, Terrel, to our podcast. Let me switch. His face is like, oh my gosh, she can switch from his Spanish
we did
to English.
we did an intro in Spanish.
Yes.
You know, to prepare the community that
Yes.
this interview is going to be in English, but it's a great interview because it's a concept that's new to our area that
Yes.
A lot of people would like to take advantage of. So
Yes,
we're
absolutely.
gonna talk about
And nuevamente, well, let me tell our Latino community that speak Spanish how it is in español, ¿no?
Sí.
So es un bar de oxígeno.
sí.
Es un bar de oxígeno y bueno, yo en mi caso personal no sabía que era un bar de oxígeno, pero hoy vamos a aprender. So I didn't know what it was, an oxygen bar. I thought, like I said in the beginning, it was this place that you go, fancy place that you go and it's like kind of dark.
Drinks with smoke on top.
Yeah, and then
nah.
drinks with smoke on top and colors. And I was like, oh, that's dope, you know,
Yeah.
let's check it out. But then I asked him and then he explained me and I'm like, wait a minute, what? And I look online and I learned so many good things that you guys need to know. So, yeah.
But we're going to start the conversation just in the beginning, right? Because you're technically going to be a new entrepreneur.
Yeah, starting out. Yeah.
You're starting out and you're creating a totally new concept that you're going to be running as a business owner. So we just want to get an idea of what made you want to get started in something and becoming an entrepreneur, right? When did that mindset start kicking in? And then why did you choose the oxygen bar concept?
Okay. So it's kind of a lot to unpack. So I'm gonna try to speed it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm a recovering alcoholic. You know what I mean? So I've been sober almost. Next month will be 18 months.
Wow.
Congratulations, bro.
So after when I stopped drinking, and I really started to work on myself, I started to understand some things about me, and I noticed that I don't want to work for nobody.
Right.
We know that feeling, bro.
I figured I've always had that entrepreneurial mindset, you know, from a young child, but it was time to put in the work. So one of the sayings I used to say growing up a lot, slang, was tell everybody, you know, if they upset or whatever, I tell them, be easy. Just be easy. And so listening to that myself, and I started thinking about, you know, what would be a dope concept. And I went to Vegas one time, and I seen the oxygen bars in there. This was in 2021. And it just kind of made an imprint on my mind about it. I didn't really think nothing about it, you know what I'm saying? So fast forward time after drinking, this is 2022, summer 2022. And me and my wife were going to a track meet. And I'm like, babe, I'm going to start a business. And she was like, well, what's it going to be? I said, it's going to be an oxygen bar. I said, there's no oxygen bars nowhere in the South.
Yep.
I said, well, let me Google it. So I Googled it, and the closest one was Atlanta. And I was like, well, that's 4 hours away. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, look how many tourists and stuff come to Tennessee, period. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to start it. She said, well, what you going to call it? And I was like, I don't know. I'm thinking, what about the Breatheez? And she was like, the Breatheez? And I was like, yeah, the Breatheez. You know, it got so much...
It's powerful.
Yeah, it has a lot with it.
It's powerful. He just say that, and I just like...
But it rolls off the tongue easy,
right.
too. You know what I'm saying? So, I just started saying that in my head, the Breatheez, the Breatheez. And that's when the concept was birthed. So I came back home, and over the summer, I was just thinking about it. And then I told my kids about it. And I said, what do y'all think about this? And my son, he goes to, well, at the time, he was going to UT, University of Tennessee, and which he helps me out with the business a lot, too. And he was like, yeah. So we sat there, and we was just standing, like, in the kitchen for, like, an hour and a half. We're just throwing ideas back and forth. And I said, you know, and he said, and I was going to start it here. And he was like, Dad, well, what about Nashville? He said, because if we get it here and then somebody open it up in Nashville, he said, let's open it up in Nashville
and then get it here.
And I said, you know what? You're right. He said, well, where in Nashville? I said, I'm going to do Opry Mills Mall. He was like,
he
no
went
way.
big, and he's winning.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And this was August of 2022.
Wow.
And it was just all on the mind. So I started journaling about it, started putting it down. And at the same time, I'm going through what people call spiritual awakening. So I'm dealing with, you know, I'm starting to really get into meditation. I'm starting to understand the chakras and stuff like that, and really getting into just becoming the best version of myself.
Yeah.
And so I started doing all the legwork, coming up with the logo. And then I got all that copy written because I wanted to make sure that was straight. Then I went in and got all the business license, the EIN number. I did all that. I did as much as I could do to the capacity of what I knew to do. Until it became a point where I needed help.
Yes.
And, you know, one thing we like to say in anybody that's spiritual, and y'all probably heard this saying before, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Yes.
And when I needed to take my business to the next level as far as being legitimate, I got John's number. John's number fell in my lap. Set up that meeting, and everything's been going well since. So I'm the opening is September 1st of this year. But for me, it's been open since the conception of the thought of the business.
Beautiful.
So I don't say that I'm trying. I say that I am.
Yep.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And so I've been operating like that since then.
I love that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I like that, you know, in the beginning of your journey, right, there was a lot of internal work that you were doing on yourself, right? Correct. So you're working on yourself spiritually, you said, which I admire. I'm a spiritual man myself. You know, I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ as my spiritual father. But the fact that you had that, you wanted to work in yourself, right? And you wanted to create, you know, change your whole mindset. I think, as an entrepreneur, having the right mindset makes or breaks your journey, right? If you have the wrong mindset as an entrepreneur, if you have a mindset of maybe I can do this, maybe I can't, all right? If you have a mindset of I think I want to do this, or I think I'm not sure, then chances are you're not fully committed, right? Once you believe in yourself that you are going to do something, and you wrap your mind around that you're actually going to do it, you, believe it or not, subconsciously, right, are pushing yourself and holding yourself accountable to do it. And a lot of entrepreneurs, the successful ones, have that mindset. And I see it in you from the first moment we met. You know, the Breatheez, he was talking about...
the name is amazing. I mean,
right?
It's just immediately my reaction was like, just breathe.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Once you said the Breatheez, I was like...
I know.
I'm breathing easy.
And sometimes, you know, and when I was doing that in the beginning, you guys saw that. It's just calming. I just felt calm. Yeah. I came, as you guys see, like all electric because I was doing things before coming in here. But when you say that, I'm just like, ooh, It just calms me down. And that's how I picture your bar. A place that I can go and get what I need. He's going to explain how it is, how it works, and all that stuff. But me doing the research, I was like, I can really benefit from this in different areas of my health. So talk to us a little bit about what is an oxygen bar?
Okay.
Es un bar de oxígeno.
So, the oxygen bar, basically, if nobody's familiar with one, they're very popular in Vegas, the West Coast, and Florida, around the coastal. Mm-hmm. You don't really see it in what we would say the South or Central or the Heartland.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. So you really don't see it as much here. You know what I'm saying. So when I thought about that, and I understand that in order to help myself, I had to be able to help others. You know what I'm saying. So we're doing that, and when you break down the etymology of the word spirit, it means breath.
Yes.
So
true.
When you breathe, that's life.
Yes.
And we deal with so many pollutions and things and exhaust and all the stuff that's in the air on a regular basis, that sometimes we don't get the vital oxygen that we need. Mm-hmm. So taking 10 minutes out your day, 20 minutes out your day to come by and get some oxygen will really revitalize that your system. You know what I'm saying? Your airways, your lungs. You know what I mean? Your brain, because of clarity, because you're getting more oxygen to those parts of your body.
Yes, and you talking, explaining that now to me. You just for some reason, I'm having a huge flashback. My son, he had pneumonia when he was 2. He was a perfect child when he had the pneumonia. No, he was a year and 4 months, 18 months, I think. And that was back in Puerto Rico. And with the pneumonia, his oxygen went down to 60%. And after that, he started developing the symptoms of autism, the characteristics. And I do believe that his problem came from that. And now that you're explaining that, it's just like, I won't say that it can be a cure, but I'm very intrigued how my son's brain will work when I take him to the oxygen bar. Because when that happens, again, his oxygen went to 60 and he was very sick and all of that. But I do believe oxygen is life, like you say. And the things from what you can benefit from having the is there types of oxygens?
Right. So you have you have what the people who medically need
exactly
oxygen tanks and all that. This is not that. This is more on the recreational side, but it still has the benefits of pure oxygen.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's more used for recreational than it is for medical uses.
And I understand.
But it helps not only with your body, but like say if you in the gym, you work out a lot.
Yes.
You work out, you pumping iron, you're losing a lot of oxygen that's in your bar. You can come from working out and come sit 10 minutes because it takes about 10 minutes for you to really feel the effect.
Yes.
So in 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I wouldn't recommend anything over 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So that 10 to 30 minutes, because you still want to get in and get out and enjoy your day, but you want to revitalize yourself. Exactly.
And again, going back, it's just I'm going to take my son. I'm going to be there on September 1st because I read on the internet that this can help sleep, headaches, right?
Yes.
It can help. Well, let me go. Yeah, I'm gonna cheat, guys. I'm going back to the.
Why are you looking at that too? I'm also have starting out have 8 different aromas. So it'll be very good, and all aromas do something different for you.
Gotcha.
Yes. And the main 2 that I really resonated with was one called Tranquility, and then one called Serenity.
Wow, you see, look, it said that it reduces symptoms of headaches. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Irritability.
Yeah, irritabilidad. Ni en español lo sé decir. Fatigue. Okay, or fatigue.
Victor, ¿cómo se dice eso? Irritabilidad.
It is so hard to say in Spanish or English.
Irritabilidad.
Fatigue and as well as
Fatigue.
ankles. But in my case, I'm very intrigued how it's going to work for me in the headaches because I have intensive migraine. I'm very kind of cranky sometimes, but I think it will help many families. That's what I say. I'm not saying that it can be medical and this can help, like, for example, my son to cure his disability, but I feel and I have a feeling that when we start going to your place and write this down today, everything's going to be better for us, for sure.
I feel you're going to have a lot of recurring clients.
You're going to have, exactly, because it is, again, a unique concept. But when you read and you educate yourself, like I did last night, I was so impressed with the concept that you're bringing. So talk to us more about this.
I'm glad y'all brought that up as far as like reoccurring clients and everything. So the location in Opera Mills Mall is set up as a kiosk. That's going to be okay, boom, we're here. When I open up the storefront in Clarksville, that right there, that's going to be the spot where you can come to. I'm going to have a membership. So you can have a membership. You pay your monthly membership, and you can come and do your sessions probably twice a day, however you want to do it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
During hours of operation. It's also going to have rooms set aside. It's going to be two extra rooms outside of the bar and lounge area where I have 2 full massage chairs in there. And that's going to be more like a body spa, oxygen type of
that's amazing
environment. You know what I'm saying? Experience. So, and then the other one is going to be set up as a meditation room where I'm going to have the pillows, the nice wall work, and you can listen to meditation music.
Beautiful.
Or zen out in that by yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you'll have options coming to the bar on what your needs would be for that day.
That is amazing.
I like that concept because I think what it's gonna provide for our community is provide people an opportunity to be in the present, right? Like, just focus on releasing, renewing, taking that time to release and renew, right? Like, leave the world out the front door. Like, don't bring it into the location. Don't bring it in with you, because the goal of coming in here sounds like it's to detoxify your mind.
Yes.
Right? Renew your mind, kind of detoxify yourself so that when you leave there with the energy to take on the day, like a renewed way of thinking. Right. So it's like, it is recreational, but it's also therapeutic.
Exactly.
Right?
So it falls for me, it falls more in the holistic healing.
That's how I saw it in the beginning.
Department.
You're right.
Me, you know what I'm saying? Because like we spoke of earlier, breath is life. So that's just something that I wanted to bring in, and everything is going accordingly in the plan, because I feel like I know that I'm in alignment with my purpose and the other things that I have going on.
And now that you mentioned holistic, many moms like me, I'm a very holistic person. I try not to take medications. I'm a good friend with oils and Hispanic ungüentos. So I don't know how to say that in English, but it's like Hispanic stuff that, the tea, the stuff that we cook homemade. But again, you say something very important, and we are in this era where people is looking to do holistic healing. And I don't want to say anything negative about the pharma, world, but unfortunately, we live in a world where people is medicated with a bunch of medications when they really can just have a place like yours where they can breathe safe oxygen for their body. Because I'm pretty sure everything that you guys are going to be offering is completely good, like FDA approved, or it's not medication.
Because of the concentration and the content, it don't have to be FDA regulated at all.
Oh, okay, so, that's good, because I didn't know that, because it's not medication,
like
right?
Shouts out to all the people who do the IVs.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? They gotta have certain certifications, because they are actually administering something
intravenous.
You know what I'm saying? This is more so you just coming in You putting the oxygen joint on, you picking your aroma. I'm gonna go with wild cherry today, and you're just gonna sit back and just let the oxygen flow into your body.
Absolutely, and that's really good. That's really good, and that's good. You guys are learning this. Es bueno que ustedes están aprendiendo esto, because again, like my doctor, she do the IV therapy for different things, B12, and again, revive your body, vitamin C. I mean, she do a lot of things which I haven't tried because again, I'm still like kind of skeptical about that stuff. But oxygen is like, okay, I want to try that. You know, I want to experience that and see how it can help me. And like he said, come back and start a routine for me to, or people to disconnect. Because business owners, I know you're a new entrepreneur, but let me tell you the truth about being a business owner is hard because you change from working from a certain time to work 24/7. And you said something in the beginning that I really, wow. The name Breathe Easy was in your mind stock. And that's the brain of an entrepreneur. We always have things in our brain and we have to write them down and execute. And having a place where, because a lot of people practice yoga, exercise. In my case, I would like literally to sit down and just breathe and relax and having a massage in a massage chair and have that time for me. So you're going to be helping entrepreneurs like us too to pause and take that time to renew, because when you renew, you have new ideas, you can think clear, you can have a relationship with God better, in our case, you know, with Christians. And that's, again, amazing. I'm very impressed with your business model. And now, people is going to be asking about the cost. How much that cost is per minute, or is a fee for that? I mean, like hourly or...
As far as it's actually by minutes.
By minutes, okay.
The membership, I'll get to that once I get everything set up, you know, the monthly membership deal. But just opening in September at the kiosk in the mall, it's just like, it's like $10 for 10 minutes. It's like $1 a minute. So it's very affordable. It's very affordable. It is very affordable.
Yes. I mean, if people are willing to go to McDonald's for a drive-through Happy Meal, right, and pay $11 for a Happy Meal, something that's not going to do any benefit for you. Right.
Just feel your
it's going to mess you up.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, why not use that money in a way that's going to renew you?
Absolutely.
You know?
Totally
like, take
agree.
that, you know, and go sit there, become present, become focused today, and leave there ready to, you know, tackle your day.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's a way to spend that money.
10 minutes in the
Exactly.
drive-through.
Exactly.
So like, and it can work with your schedule. And I plan to be fully staffed. I do want to help. A lot of the focus came with people like me who drank daily at that time, and I just remember all the horrible mornings going to work just hungover, and it wasn't ever fun, but it was just something that, you know what I mean, that I had to deal with at that time. You know what I'm saying? In that portion of my life, you know. But definitely, if somebody can able to come in and they got to be working at 7:30 and they can pop in there at 7 o'clock and do 10 minutes on the oxygen and wake up and not be drowsy driving on the road, I mean, by all means, that's, you know what I'm saying, like, to whoever or whatever your reasoning is to come in there and take care of yourself, because you got to take care of yourself first.
Yes.
100%.
Absolutely. And I love that you're opening this business and starting your journey as an entrepreneur with this mindset that start your day strong and clear. And again, you not only bringing a unique concept, you also bringing awareness. Awareness.
Yeah.
You know, guys, I'm always say that word bad, but yes.
I wanted to touch on something in our last 5 minutes, right? Because we got 5 minutes left. You technically have been an entrepreneur previously because you're a book. You have a book out.
Yes.
Right. You wrote a book. So, you know, let's do this. Let's take the last 5 minutes. We're going to touch on the book, but then I also want you to leave something to the viewers, right? To potential entrepreneurs. I want you to leave something that that you can share with them, right? That you're going through personally, that maybe they can utilize in their journey, right? So kind of like something to share. So let's touch on the book. Let's do something to share about while we wrap this up.
Okay, sounds good. All right. So the book is called The Resurrection of Self. It's spelled with 2 L's. Self stands for spiritually enlightened, living, loving frequency. Okay. It's an autobiography of my life told through the consciousness. So I start from when I was born and I go all the way up to present day. And it just tells my journey and how things in my life, the indoctrination of society played a part in how I became who I was. And then how I took that power back by going within and just becoming the best version of myself by really focusing on me and dealing with childhood traumas and adult traumas. Because a lot of times we just want to forget about it, but it doesn't go away.
Right.
That's
So
true.
we have to work through that energy or through those emotions or through those problems. And I just documented me going through what I went through to become the better version of myself.
I can guarantee that's going to resonate with a lot of people, you know, because there's a lot of people that coming up have gone through drama or going through trauma or going through experiences that they would love to forget instead of working through it and developing yourself through that process and the way you did it. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I wanted to help. I'm helping people. I'm not going to say I want to. I'm helping people through my experiences.
Yeah.
So they'll be able to see their own experiences through mine, and then they can navigate however they feel they need to navigate. Because like I said, if someone picks up the book and you read the book, you're reading the book right when you're supposed to be reading the book, because everything is divine timing. So when someone reads that book, they're going to get the message that they're looking for in whichever story that I put in there and told through my life and sharing my story and just putting it all out on the table.
Yeah.
Where can they find your book?
You can find my book on all major book platforms. Amazon. It's Amazon Prime too. It's also on Book Baby. It's also Barnes and Noble. I mean, all the major players got the book. So
so you search it, you'll find it.
You'll find it. It's The Resurrection of Self spelled with 2 L's. S.E.L.L.F.
And I know the question that I'm going to ask is any way in the future that you can work that book in Spanish, like translate it into Spanish? Have you thought to do that?
That's definitely part of my journey. Like I told you earlier, I'm learning. I'm actually learning Spanish.
He's working
because I have to be fluent in Spanish in the future.
Yes.
When that reason comes or that knowing comes. And
the reason I ask,
but till then, I'm just gonna learn it.
The reason I asked that question is when you were explaining about your book. Myself and people that we know loved ones, and they can benefit from that. The way that you explain it, and people, they need to start healing like childhood problems to be able to grow in life. And that's something that you mentioned that a lot of us are dealing with right now. And I think having that in different languages will help. But I pray that happen and God open you doors on that area, because you impacting people. Also, that before I leave, I want to mention that your why link to recovery is beautiful, because you're going to be a testimony for so many people that, okay, if he did it, I can do this too. So again, thank you for the concept that you bring in creating a environment where we can be safe and we can just try something new and have that self time. How you call it? That's
self-reflection.
Yeah, self-reflection of ourselves. So I'm so honored to have you in our podcast. I wish.
One last thing though, you gotta drop that gem.
Yes, we got to know more information, where you're located, where you're going to open, and all that good stuff.
Drop the gem for the entrepreneurs that are coming up, and then share your
please.
Contact info.
One of the things that I say to myself daily, that if anybody's willing who is striving to become an entrepreneur, is these couple sayings that I say to myself every day. What I think, I become. What I feel, I attract. And what I imagine, I create.
Amazing.
That's drop the mic on that one.
Absolutely.
Take notes.
Yes, I'm here sitting, and again, these guys know each other. I just met him today, and I'm just impressed with what you're building because I just see this place growing, and I see new stuff coming, and I never in my life heard about a concept like this, and it's just amazing. I'm just so very impressed. I can't wait again to try and go and have that experience and how people can contact you and how they can find you also online.
All right. You can contact me. First, I'm going to say, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try this out. Buenas noches. Yo soy Terrel. Did I say that right?
Sí, buenas noches. Yeah, soy Terrel. Right. Yeah, good evening. I'm Terrel.
But you can find me. I don't have a lot of social media platforms, but the ones I do have that I operate on the most is you can find me on Instagram at Terry_B757. And then on TikTok, you can find me at Terry_B23.
Love it.
That's the two.
And we're going to be sharing also this with people. And you're going to be opening in Opera Mills. Right?
Yes, I'll be opening in Opera Mills September 1st. I'm really excited about that. It'll be a kiosk. I'll be located right by Cinnabons. So,
nice.
You know what I mean?
Cinnabons. So you know where to find him.
Yeah, right by Cinnabons and by the moonshine shop and the winery. So I'll be right over there.
That's like a perfect spot.
That's a perfect spot. Absolutely. But we're going to be there to support you. I can't wait for you to bring this concept to our local city.
That's definitely next.
Yes. And the good thing is that you have a plan. You know how things are going to be looking like in the future. And when you have that in place, success is going to follow.
Yep.
So again, Terrel, thank you for joining us. Yep. I know this was a new experience for you. Hopefully this is the first time of more times inviting you over, and we would like to invite you later. Let's put a date in 1 year, right?
Oh, we'll do
coming back.
Yeah.
Okay. And people
a checkup.
Exactly. Give people a recap of the year, and I'm pretty sure this is gonna be a success for sure. So again, anything else that you guys want to cover? You, Victor, do you have any questions? Victor's like, today I'm behind cameras, guys.
I just want to say thank you for having me on.
Sure.
It's definitely been a pleasure. I was looking forward to it, and it was more than what I could imagine. So thank you.
You got it.
Gracias.
De nada.
A la orden.
Y I'm gonna do this in Spanish. Bueno, a las personas que nos están escuchando y viven en el área, ya sabe que septiembre 1 abre las puertas Breatheez. Así que tienen que llegarse allí a los premios en Nashville. Vamos a estar compartiendo la información. We're going to be sharing any flyers and marketing that you create. We're going to be sharing that on our social media. Because, guys, you need to make it. You need to be there. Tienen que ir, apoyar, and let's see more Breatheez around, Tennessee and the rest of the south of United States. So I don't know in Puerto Rico there one. I'm gonna check that out. But I mean, the sky's the limit. So and the beautiful thing before I leave, you're building this with your family.
Yes.
And that's so beautiful. So this is a family-owned business, guys. So come and support. And thank you everybody for joining us.
See you in the next one.
See you at the next one.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Thank you again.
Bye, guys.
Cut.